What happened to Madelein Perez after 90 Day Fiancé, Love in Paradise Season 4? 90 Day Fiancé, Love in Paradise concluded its fourth season in 2024 and one of the couples, Madelein Perez and Luke Berry, became the talk of the town. But what happened to Madelein after production ended? Madelein was only 19 years old, while Luke was 30 during the show, making them one of the more controversial couples of the season. During the season's airtime, viewers found the 11-year age gap between the couple uncomfortable and creepy, which led fans to theorize about their timeline. Besides the obvious age difference between the two, Madelein and Luke's relationship raised many red flags throughout the show. Trust and financial issues were the biggest challenges the couple faced, as Luke funded Madelein's life and infidelity rumors circulated around her. It soon became clear to the viewers that the couple had a low chance of working out. However, despite the ups and downs, Madelein and Luke seemed to still be going strong even after production ended. Madelein and Luke's 90-day fiancé journey. Everything to remember about Madelein and Luke. Madelein and Luke originally met during Luke's vacation to Madelein's native, Colombia, a year and a half before 90 Day Fiancé, Love in Paradise began production. After dating for 6 months, Madelein agreed to marry Luke when he popped the question. When viewers are first introduced to Madelein, it is clear that she is living a lavish lifestyle that Luke has provided, including a luxurious apartment, a tiny albino Pomeranian dog named Angel, and a loan to help her open up her own spa, Made Beauty. However, it was soon revealed that Luke had been fired from his job and had yet to tell Madelein. But about a month ago I was let go because I was taking too much time off work visiting my fiancée, Madelein, in Colombia, he said. It was also revealed that Luke had spent nearly $100,000 on Madelein, and was afraid their relationship would end once she learned the truth. In addition, because of his financial status, Luke had to delay his move to Colombia, which upset Madelein. Although Luke's financial problems were the main obstacle to their relationship, the 90-day fiancé couple hit another roadblock when Luke's friend, Brian, informed him of a rumor about Madelein cheating. After being confronted and accused of cheating by Luke, Madelein found it difficult to trust him. Yet, she is not the only one. Luke also began to have doubts and confided in Brian, suggesting that Luke have Madelein sign a prenup. Madelein did not take kindly to this but eventually agreed, with the condition that Luke move to Colombia so they can start their life together. Are Madelein and Luke still together? Their relationship is still thriving. The couple faced plenty of challenges during their time on 90 Day Fiancé, Love in Paradise, but Madelein and Luke are going strong. On September 2, 2024, Luke published a book about the couple's journey, struggles and his love for Madelein, titled Meeting Madelein. Although the book is from Luke's point of view, he recounts the moment he knew she was the one and how she changed his life. However, he also addresses his deepest insecurities and fears of losing Madelein, which eventually affected their relationship greatly. Fans can find the book here to purchase. Yet, their affection doesn't end there. They are also active in their social media accounts. Luke and Madelein have posted pictures of each other on Instagram, exchanging kisses and looking very much in love. In a more recent post, both Madelein, at Madelein Perez 0714, and Luke, at DOM Berry, shared a picture of themselves together in fancy attire. In the caption, Madelein expressed about Luke, "Ever since you came into my life, I understood that true love is not just said, it is shown. With you, every moment is magical, every word has a deeper meaning, and every hug feels like the best refuge." Luke responded in the comments, "My favorite place is by your side. With distance or without, nothing matters as long as we are together." Anyone can see through these posts that the couple is still very dedicated to one another. With that being said, Madelein and Luke don't seem to have any plans of breaking up. What does Madelein do for work? Made Beauty transforms with every touch. Although 90 Day Fiancé, Love in Paradise is Madelein's activities prior to opening her own beauty spa, with Luke's help, are unknown, it seems that Made Beauty is still up and running. Madelein actively promotes the shop on her personal Instagram account, praising the results of her session and urging followers to book appointments. Despite initially receiving Luke's funding, Madelein is now working hard to run her shop, serving as a spokesperson, creating content videos, and managing the front desk. According to Made Beauty's Instagram, the shop offers hairstyling, nail acrylics, eyelash treatments, and so much more. 90 Day Fiancé Madelein Perez caught with abusive behavior? 90 Day Fiancé stars Luke Berry and Madelein Perez are among the franchise's newest couples. The two appeared in the latest season of 90 Day Fiancé, Love in Paradise. However, they're already facing many issues early in the season. They have also received criticism due to their age gap. But what caught the attention of many was the latest episode in which Madelein seemingly exposed real behavior. Keep reading to see the shocking clip. 90 Day Fiancé, fans question Luke Berry and Madelein Perez's age gap. Luke and Madelein appeared on the show with an 11-year age gap. The 90 Day Fiancé stars don't deny it. However, some Redditors discovered that their age difference goes way beyond acceptable. According to a Reddit user, Luke initially said that he had known Madelein for a year and a half, meaning she was underage then. But several commenters mentioned that this wasn't the first time TLC accepted such a couple, and it may continue for years. Madelein is 19 and Luke admits he's known her for a year and a half. A few of us already guessed that he met her as a minor and now we have confirmation. Just off the top of my head, Nikki, Curlium, Fernanda, NH Evelyn, Karine and Igor all met their US fiancés when they were still teens. I watched this couple briefly and I'm not impressed. You can already see what they are about. She wants money and lifestyle and he wants a younger woman and sit back and watch the crazy show unfold. Madelein gets caught with abusive behavior? Some Redditors are calling out Madelein following the latest episode of 90 Day Fiancé, Love in Paradise. According to the poster, the clip shows Luke arguing with Madelein Perez while they were driving. But Luke suddenly flinched when Madelein slightly leaned toward him. Some said that it's a clear indication of the Colombian native's abusive behavior. Others also recalled another scene for the upcoming episode where Madelein pushed Luke too hard during an interview after a playful push from him. Clip shows that she consistently hits him. Sure, it might be a joke or play type of thing, but the fact that he flinched when she was mad makes me assume it's not the case. She hits when she's mad. Haven't seen it yet, but she repeatedly hit him with the poster at the airport and the balloons, too. Awful. There is a preview too after this episode of Things to Come, and in one of their interviews he jokingly/playfully pushes her after a light-hearted exchange. She comes back from off camera and shoves him like a linebacker rushing through a lineman. It was pretty rough. In the preview for next week when they push each other, hers was so aggressive and he was almost playful. Yike. 90 Day Fiancé, how's Luke Berry and Madelein Perez today? Despite their struggles on the show, Luke and Madelein are still going strong behind cameras. The 90 Day Fiancé stars have been traveling and living a lavish lifestyle. Luke Berry's IG page also states that he's currently an entrepreneur and engineer. Meanwhile, Madelein Perez continues to upload clips and photos of herself at parties and other events. Her IG bio also says she's the CEO of multiple business brands. Madelein Perez hasn't been the most loved cast member of the 90 Day Fiancé franchise, but her latest antic has raised concern among her audience. Apparently, viewers spotted some shocking clues that hinted at a possible tendency towards self-harm and unhealthy behavior as well. Yes, you read that right. Things are getting really serious this time. It appears that there is something far more worrying beneath the surface, and it seems that Madelein is silently struggling behind the scenes. Is this true? What is this all about? What did viewers notice? Keep on reading to learn more about this controversy because the tea is really hot, and fans are still picking up their dropped jaws. 90 Day Fiancé fans think Madelein has strange behavior. But why? 90 Day Fiancé viewers have been watching Madelein for a while now, and they are sure that she is not in her right mind. The first and foremost instance was when she didn't even think twice before throwing a whole cake at Luke. Her expressions spoke volumes about her rage and aggression, while it was evident that she wasn't in control. But that's not all. Above everything, the fact that Madeleine was dating someone with such an age gap said a lot about her decision-making. She decided to walk down the aisle with Luke, but when the time came, she called off her engagement on camera and took a super emotional and dramatic exit. This further hinted at how the celeb was lacking stability in her life. However, it now appears that something far more serious is happening behind the scenes. 90 Day Fiancé, Madeleine has self-HRM tendencies? 90 Day Fiancé viewers have watched a long list of Madeleine's fights and how aggressively she could get in an argument. But now they are reading between the lines. A Reddit thread recently pointed out the possibility of Madeleine having self-harm tendencies. The OP noted that several clips showed the celeb having several scars on her arms. The thread explained how this could actually shed some light on more emotional or unpredictable moments on the show. The OP even noted that usually, people who have experienced self-harm end up struggling with intense emotions. It further added, not always, but often as a result of deep distress or trauma that can make feelings harder to regulate. The OP didn't want to justify Madeleine's unhealthy behavior but was willing to give viewers another perspective. Several viewers took to the comments section and wondered if it actually was a dog's scratch. Apparently, there are times when pets end up scratching their owners. On the other hand, a fan noted, "I think her being trafficked probably explains all of it." Another one added, "It looks like scratches from the dog 'cause it prob needs its nails filed." However, the OP made it clear that they weren't sure about this point of view and simply didn't want to start any rumors. But viewers are now wondering if this could actually be true. What do you think? Do let us know in the comments section. It's over. 90 Day Fiancé star Madeleine dumps Luke after explosive fight over STR, per. 90 Day Fiancé star Madelein Perez is not ready to let Luke Berry get away so easily after breaking her heart. She became violent and blew things out of proportion on the other way. The TLC star finally decided to call it quits with her partner. Madeleine dumped her fiancé right before the wedding and refused to forgive him for his mistakes on the show. She lost her calm when her partner admitted having a stripper at his bachelor's party. After all the drama about the wedding bills, the reality TV star hoped for a new beginning. However, Madeleine was in disbelief when Luke came clean about his bachelor's party in the US. The latter never expected such an aggressive reaction from his partner. Are they officially done? Have they cancelled the wedding? 90 Day Fiancé, Madeleine turned violent over Luke's shocking confession. Luke Berry kept a secret from Madeleine before moving to Colombia. He wanted to come clean before the wedding and start their married life with no secrets and lies. The 90 Day Fiancé star confessed to having a stripper at his bachelor's party in America. Madeleine quickly asked whether Luke had touched the woman at the party, and he refused. However, she wasn't buying his excuses and turned aggressive. The TLC star threw the cake at Luke and rubbed it on his face. Madeleine stormed off from the restaurant and began crying in her car. Luke sat at the restaurant with his face covered with cake. Fans couldn't believe Madeleine would embarrass her partner like this publicly. But they felt Luke chose this life by dating a party in her 20s. 90 Day Fiancé, Madeleine calls off wedding with Luke. Madelein Perez is among the most childish and immature celebrities on the franchise. She had also entered the list of the most chaotic and abusive cast members. The TLC star hoped to build a life with Luke in Colombia. However, Madeleine isn't ready to forgive her partner for keeping such a big secret. She returned home and threw her partner's luggage out of her house in TOW. Madelein Perez is among the most childish and immature celebrities on the franchise. She had also entered the list of the most chaotic and abusive cast members. The TLC star hoped to build a life with Luke in Colombia. However, Madeleine isn't ready to forgive her partner for keeping such a big secret. She returned home and threw her partner's luggage out of her house in TOW. the Colombian native didn't want to talk to him after her meltdown. Luke joked about his situation while returning home. He mocked himself for being covered in cake and smelling horribly. He decided to give Madeleine some time and respect her feelings. The 90-day fiancé star stated, "I tried to be honest, I tried to come clean. I tried to start a potential marriage with honesty." Madeleine agreed to talk to Luke the next day. The latter showed up with a bouquet of flowers to patch things up with his fiancée. He also explained that he didn't touch the stripper or do anything with her. The American native admitted that he flew *ked up. Madeleine wasn't ready to listen to the excuses and felt her partner should have thought about losing her before touching the stripper. She stated, "I want peace, but you don't give it to me. It's been 2 years, but I don't feel peace at all." The reality TV star didn't want to continue their marriage and dumped Luke on his face. Madeleine broke into tears while breaking up with her partner. Fans are waiting to know where Luke will be able to win the former's heart again. 90-day fiancé, fans demand TLC to fire Madeleine for physical abductory against Luke. Madelein Perez is raising eyebrows again for her unhinged and toxic behavior on 90-day fiancé. She came under fire for turning violent against her partner, Luke. The Colombian native has been constantly receiving hate for being too childish and immature. However, Madeleine seems to have crossed the line this time. She has officially entered the abusive cast members list. The TLC star has been accused of physically abusing her partner. Madeleine tries too hard to replace the most controversial stars like Jasmine and Angela. But fans feel she went too far this time on the ongoing season of The Other Way. They are also asking TLC to fire her for violent behavior. Why are fans demanding it? What really happened? 90-day fiancé, Madeleine forces Luke to sponsor her dream wedding. Madelein Perez has some big dreams for her wedding. She wanted Luke to fund the entire wedding and stick to her plans. The 90-day fiancé star wants full control over the preparations. Madeleine threw huge tantrums when Luke asked her to sign a prenup before their wedding on Love in Paradise. But the latter shocked fans when he admitted to being broke on the show. Madeleine has been planning everything for their dream wedding. She even asked Luke to pay for a helicopter for her grand entrance at the venue. The reality TV celeb turned angry when her partner expressed his concerns over the money. Barry admitted to not having enough funds to foot the bills. However, Madeleine suggests he shouldn't have proposed to her if he didn't have the money. She turned aggressive and threatened to cancel the wedding. 90-day fiancé, fans accuse Madeleine of abusing Luke. Madeleine often received hatred for her extremely immature and toxic behavior. She turned violent on tow when Luke tried to share his secret with her. The latter explained that some of his friends had invited a stripper to his bachelor's party without his consent. Madeleine quickly asked whether he had touched the woman at the party, and he refused. However, she turned violent and threw the entire cake on her partner's face. The Colombian native rubbed the cake on Luke's face to show her anger. Hence, a Redditor shared the photos and asked TLC to take action. The OP asked, "Can we address the fact that this is physical abuse?" Several 90-day fiancé fans agreed with the OP and wondered how the network allowed someone to publicly abuse a person. One fan said, "Of course it is. She's a brat that throws tantrums." Another user laughed at TLC's hypocrisy for not taking legal actions against women physically abusing their partners. They wondered what would have happened if she were a man. Others felt this is not new for the franchise, and they have been allowing many stars to continue such behavior. A different user added, "It is physical assault and on the same level as Jasmine, Angela, and many others from the show." Many viewers also called the scene staged. What's your take on this? Share your views with us below. 90-day fiancé, Madeleine's first wedding look revealed, her sports bride style has fans cracking up. Madelein Perez's first wedding look has finally been revealed. But her hilarious appearance sparks laughter, and it's all because of her footwear choice. The 90-day fiancé star's unique look caught fans' attention, and her bridal moment turned into meme material. Madeleine has been pretty excited about her wedding and wants everything to be top-notch for her big day. She turned into a bridezilla and annoyed Luke with her endless demands. Luke sent money to his Colombian girlfriend for her dream wedding. He has been dealing with his financial woes in the ongoing season of The Other Way. The reality TV star ran out of money before the nuptials. Fans have already been watching all the drama about Madeleine's extravagant wedding. But her bridal look left fans in disbelief. What did she wear? What's so hilarious about it? 90 Day Fiancé, Madeleine explodes over Luke's insufficient balance. Madeleine isn't ready to compromise on her big dreams. She wants everything extravagant and special at her dream wedding. The 90 Day Fiancé star was waiting for Luke's arrival to start their new journey. However, Madeleine was more concerned about the wedding preparations. She took him straight to the wedding planner to discuss the bills. The reality TV star told her partner they had to cancel the wedding if Luke wouldn't pay the bills on time. Madeleine and Luke went to the wedding planner to find a solution. The latter told his fiancée that he couldn't pay the full amount and didn't have much money to cover the expenses. Madeleine exploded over her partner's reaction. She told him not to get married if he doesn't have the money. The reality TV star gaslighted her partner for not fulfilling his promises. 90 Day Fiancé, Madeleine's bridal moment makes fans laugh. Madelein Perez often boasts about her fashion choices. She planned everything top-notch for the wedding and wanted her dream to come true.